Hello, hello, this is Hilary from Acquafortis Astrology. So, how are you? Are you swimming deep enough in the dark emotions? Bubbling? Yes? So, are you ready for this full moon in Taurus? In this video, we're going to have a look at the full moon in Taurus from the traditional and shamanic astrology point of view. So, we're going to have a full moon in Taurus on the 24th of October, 2018, at 1845 Central European Daylight Time. So what jumps out of the chart immediately as you look at it in this full moon is that we have 4 planets in Scorpio on one side, and then on the other side, we have Moon in Taurus in really tight company to Uranus in Taurus. On the other side, glaring to each other, like just imagine a parliament with 2 political parties, one on one side, one on the other, very staunch, and they're not going to move 1 millimeter from what they believe and what they have been saying for years and years going. So that's the feeling of this full moon. We also have a Mars in Aquarius coming in the middle of the opposition, tackling all those planets head on, just like Mars. And we also have Saturn in Capricorn, sort of holding all the energy of the chart, because all the planets then eventually come back to Saturn, holding all the energy of this chart like a referee in this mighty argument. Or it could be like a big timeless cardinal of life, which is Saturn, where we are being wisely cooked. We also have Pluto, that dusts the cauldron with strong purgative substance. And we have also Neptune in Pisces that confuses the whole lot. So if you were expecting a tranquil, mellow, comforting full moon in Taurus, no, it's not going to be that the case. Usually the moon in Taurus, in the house of Taurus, is treated like an emperor. But this time she finds Uranus sitting tightly on the bench near her, while the landlady of Taurus, Venus in Scorpio, is having fits of anger. So you can just imagine that this is not a peaceful house. This is not actually where the moon in Taurus usually likes to stay and feels comforting and soothing. No, this is actually going to be a very restless one. Now, the lunar mention that holds this full moon is the third, called Alturaya, the many little ones. And it is linked to the Pleiades in the constellation of Taurus. Now, the nature of Pleiades is like having a mixed bag of sweets and of salty things. It is sweet and pungent. It has the nature of the moon, but it also has the nature of Mars. So it soothes and nurtures just as the moon, but at the same time pushes for separation and getting things done, if needed, just as Mars would do. The keywords for this lunar mention is universal nature, auspicious fortune, fire of transformation, creative energy, beauty, and abundance. So it's not that bad, really, right? The image is that of a woman seated with her right hand over her head, as if just imagine as if she is in a yoga position or a Tai Chi move. So we have the energy of the universe being harnessed to create and transform, and to call in abundance and beauty. However, having Uranus very near this moon, this creative energy has a very explosive element to it. This creative energy wants to break the existent rules, cry for freedom, and set free all that has been repressed for quite some time, if not for years and centuries. Scorpio energy is normally a very subtle, hidden, yet persistent energy. It ultimately gets what it wants, but in a very hidden manner. It deals with all that we put away in a closet because we didn't want to see it anymore, or we wanted to keep it a secret. So in this full moon, we have 4 planets in Scorpio: Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. And Venus is retrograde. So this is basically saying, now, then you are not going only to look at what you have in that closet, what you have kept in the dark for so long, but you're also going to have a full immersion in it. Not just looking, but just going through it, in it. And many of us are experiencing emotions resurfacing like a volcano, bubbling from a compost deep down in our bubbles that we have conveniently forgot its existence. Having all those planets connected to each other, talking to each other, means that many aspects of our lives, both inside of ourselves and what is happening outside, look at the world, what is happening just outside just now, are all being touched. The Sun is in the same lunar mention of the crescent moon in Scorpio we had on the 9th of October 2018. This full moon is the explosion of what had started with that crescent moon in Scorpio. Remember what that crescent moon in Scorpio said? The crescent moon called us to look inside of ourselves and bring forth what was hidden because it has been kept in the dark. Because in that dark stuff, in all that we don't want to see, in all that has been fermenting for so much time, there lie our resources. There lies diamonds that we can use. But first, we have to go through the anger and through the fear. It's the full immersion process. So issues around anger, resentment, old hurts, feeling trapped or undervalued or not considered at all, issues around very deep fears are just simply going to explode in our face to see. Because there's no way we could do it differently. Because we avoid these things that are being brought up. And if it doesn't explode, we just simply sit there waiting. And this sort of anger and fear needs to come out, needs to be healed. This is a sorely needed change. It is the fire of transformation, and we need to go through it. It is the deep, dark cauldron we are being simmered and stirred in. And believe me, there are no shortcuts, not at all. So should you need any guidance of how to navigate these energies, a little bit of light, sort of, I'm available for private consultations. And so I am wishing you a blessed full moon in Taurus. May we all be forged to the alchemical fire of the universe. And before you go, remember, please let me know what you think. Thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And please click on the notifications, because Facebook and YouTube are becoming a little bit, politically correct. I won't say anything. So click on the notifications so that when I post something, you don't miss it. So bye for now and good luck.